Tell me. Tell me, what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
So my people, I'm still Henry Crackhouse, and I feel refreshed now, Abby. I look fresh and good and handsome, right? Yeah, the thing is, I woke up very early today, so and I went to work. But at work, I was feeling cranky and sick and depressed and like tired and shit. So I was like, hell no, not me, not today. So I left. I took an excuse and left. And I just told my Oga, say, hey, I don't think I can stay here till close of work. So say I have to leave. So when I got to my 8-something, I ate an avocado and just went back to sleep. I slept for like 2 hours and now I feel different. Meaning I only needed like some extra sleep, so anyways, I'm good. How are you guys? Anyways, I wanted to make a video, but then our former president, I wanted to make a video to talk about health. So I wanted to continue our discussion on health and all those things, yama things. But then, our former head of state, poof, in London, and they say don't speak ill of the dead, but you see, if you go online, you could see what Nigerians, so many Nigerians are like, kind of jubilating, and people don't really like. Most Nigerians know they show the man mercy at all. They don't show the family mercy at all. People are coming out to say all sorts of things and to like insult the dead man, the late president, and to like speak their minds. I wouldn't say like, the thing is, see, you can't really blame them. I don't feel blame those people. I'm a Nigerian. I was born and I grew up in Nigeria at least half of my life, at least till I was like in my late teenage years. I was in Nigeria before I left. So I have experienced a fair share of, I have had my own fair share of Nigeria. I don't want to say Nigeria happens to me. No, fuck that. I love Nigeria die. So I won't like speak ill of Nigeria. Not again. I used to, but I've had my fair share of Nigeria, of the Nigerian experience. And I was a child during Buhari's first military rule, 1983 to 1985. I was a child. From 1983, I think I was what, 3-4 years old. So, and but during his second rule, 2015 to 2023, I was an adult. So I don't experience Buhari firsthand too. But you see, my dad is also late. So I understand what the family may be going through. But your father has been the president of Nigeria twice. Are you people really grieving? I don't want to like, see, don't get me wrong. I'm not laughing at the fact that Muhammadu Buhari don't die. No, I'm laughing because some things where people they talk online just they're very funny, and some people are just, I don't know how to put this. Make I not sound like, make I not come off like I'm disrespecting his family or disrespecting him. But you see, we should separate Muhammadu Buhari, the president, the former president, from Muhammadu Buhari, the man, the husband, the father, the brother, the uncle, the grandfather, the cousin, the whatsoever. We should separate those two, or these two entities. Muhammadu Buhari, the former president, fuck him. Muhammadu Buhari, the father, the brother, the son, the uncle, the husband. I beg, may we no respect, or may we no disrespect the man. May we allow, like, let's give the man, our former president, though. See, it gets some things where most people know, they understand. It gets some things where most of us Nigerians don't understand. Well, when we want to speak ill of our head of state, we fail to understand or to see the fact that the head of state is just but that head of state. The head of state is just but a single person, one person. Tinubu, for instance, is one person who is the president of Nigeria. Now, after Tinubu comes Chetima. After Chetima comes God's will. After God's will comes so many people. From Tinubu, the ladder comes down to the local government councillor, to the permanent secretary in a local government ministry, to the teacher, to the akberu, to the market man. So, but we only see the head of state. We always only blame the head of state. And I can understand and maybe tell you guys the reason why. Because sometimes they be like, say, our head of state, some head of states no fit take decisions. Like, decisions where fit hurt some people. But at the other hand, like, save some people. Because believe me, a lot of Africans are now praising Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, right? But I can tell you that in that same Burkina Faso, there are people who will want Ibrahim Traore removed from that office. There are people who will tell you negative things about Ibrahim Traore. So this is what people don't understand, that to govern a country no be an easy job. Especially a country like Nigeria, a multi-linguistic, multicultural country like Nigeria. You can't satisfy everybody. So you have to rule such a country with an iron fist. This is what most people don't get. They will say the president. Waiting president get to do. Waiting consent. Okay, say Anakberu, they for road, they harass bus conductors. Yeah? President don't get the news. Say Akberus, they harass bus conductors. I'm just trying to explain something. Now, the president won't leave Aso Rock, come down to the street and drive Akberus away himself. No, he's not going to do that. The president is going to give directives. He's going to instruct somebody in a certain ministry, and that somebody is going to demand money. That person is going to demand some money for logistics and for blah, 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 for the jargons they use to steal money. And the president will sign this money, believing that that person is going to use that money to rehabilitate the Akberos, take the Akberos off the streets and find something else for them to do. But that person will take that money. That person will collect that money, also maybe has a good heart, collect that money, come to, hey, see, these things has jurisdictions. That person in that ministry will collect the money from the federal government, come to the state where the Akberos, they harass people, and now has to go through the local government person who is in charge of the Akbero of the area. Because you have to, it's a jurisdictive kind of things. You have to go through people. Now, The president fit don't like have good intention saying one move Agberos to we want rehabilitate, but at the local government level or at the ministerial level, somebody somewhere will block that move. Somebody somewhere has a different plan. Somebody somewhere wants to build a mansion. Somebody somewhere wants to buy a house in abroad. Somebody somewhere wants to steal that money, has plans, different plans for that money. The thing they say, when it comes to the whole, the whole thing, hey, whoa, hey, we allocated money, make them rehabilitate the Agberos. Why are the Agberos still harassing people? Mr. President, we signed that money, but along the way, that money got missing and that money disappeared. What thing Mr. President could do in that situation? Fire everybody, convict everybody, cash everybody. Yes, investigation fit day. Now, investigation go come down. They go investigate, come find, say, the person will steal this money and one ex-military general like that will still command loyalty in the military. Or one local area father will still command loyalty in the community. Will be saying, fit instruct people, make them do the undoable. So this person go put the president in a fucked up situation. So when we talk about, I no sit here, I won't sit here and be speaking ill of the late Muhammadu Buhari. No, because I don't seriously believe. I don't know, most of it fit come for me now, begin the right talk rubbish, but I do not personally believe that a president say somebody won't be president, as him become the president, he genuinely or intentionally becomes evil and doesn't care about the people. No, you can't convince me say that is how it is. No, it is not the president. It is not the president. I don't think if you go to Tinubu now and tell Tinubu, hey, look, the road from Lagos to Agbo or from this road is in a very deplorable state, in a very bad state. We should fix this road. I don't think Tinubu will say, no, fuck that road. Let's go build Calabar Express, Lagos to Calabar Highway. I don't think I don't know whether I'm tripping, but I don't think so. I think Tinubu will want to look into it and yeah, okay, so this road is very bad and the people of this village, they depend on this road for their everyday goods and delivering and everything. So if we fix these roads, it fit improve the lives of the people at the other end of the road. I think the president will want to do something about that road. But the people in between, the people into some ministries where they're in charge of rehabilitating that road or reviving, reviving before I begin blow jargons. The people where could they in charge of, say, make these things work, they are the problems. Is Tinubu owing retired teachers? Is Tinubu the one owing pensioners their pensions and their gratuities? No. It's people in the respective ministries who are stealing this money, using this money to better their own lives and the lives of their children and their relatives. Not the president. The president will sign it into law. They will bring a paper to the president and the president will look at it and yes, okay, so these people, they haven't been paid in a while, and so he will sign the paper. The president isn't going to leave Aso Rock and go to Akao Fort in Uyo, or leave Aso Rock and go to some village somewhere in the north to pay gratuities. No, there are people in places responsible for such duties and for such responsibilities. There are people responsible for such things, not the president. That is why you have ministries. And in ministries are governed and run by ministry heads, by ministers and commissioners. There are people responsible for such things, not the president. So when we want to hold president, yes, we can hold the president accountable, because if the president refuses to remove those people, like when what is the name? The NNPC man. Is it Kwari or Kiari? I don't know his name. NNPC man. Yes, Buhari did not remove him. But Tinubu came and people were complaining because he was trying to, allegedly trying to, stop what Dangote was trying to do. And he was, the Nigerians genuinely were complaining. So Tinubu had to look into it, and these people were removed. Now, this is where you can then blame the president. If you people are complaining about this particular sector of the government, but you are not doing anything about it, you have the power, the executive power to sack somebody. That is where you will be held responsible. That is where people will speak ill of you after your passing. But to say, but when it comes to some other things, the others, the running of the country, this is in the hands of so many people. See, to run a government, to run a country, no be child's play. People go fold your hands. Things go fold your hands. Believe me, things go fold your hands. You won't have a choice but to execute your best friend. I'm sorry to say this. Because some people will give you options. Some people will give you alternatives. Either that your best friend or you. Or you and your family. And believe me, your allegiance, your loyalty is to your family. Fuck what anybody. My loyalty, my allegiance lies to is on my children and my wife. Not even my siblings. See, don't get this twisted. My siblings are how do I put it? How do I put it now? How do I put it? My siblings, meaning my brothers, my sisters, are people I know. But my family is my children and my wife, the people who live with me. Any other person is an extended family. Your siblings are your extended family. You shouldn't put them above your own children. Your siblings are an extended family. So people coming to give you options like, hey, either you get rid of this person who is your best friend, or we will get rid of you and get rid of your family. We will disgrace you. You've got to make a choice. See, to rule a country, no, they easy. Now, in Nigeria today, you will see people who will praise the late Sani Abacha. There are also people who are like, if you mention Abacha, they will curse you. They will like say, they're still calling Abacha a dictator. A dictator, a big dictator. I don't speak. They are not supposed to. They are still calling Abacha a dictator. You get people in that country where still say Abacha is the best thing that ever happened to Nigeria. And I'm one of those people. But I won't forget the people, the other people who had to go through a lot in the hands of Abacha and his men and his goons. So, but because Abacha did those things, because he had to do those things. But if Abacha was alive and you sit him down, somebody should go to Ibrahim Babangida, sit with him and have a one-on-one conversation with him. He will open up and tell you things. See, even if the people are saying Peter Obi, when I hear people talk Peter Obi, yes, let's give Peter Obi a chance. But I promise you, I can beat my chest to it. Peter Obi will not do jack shit for Nigeria. Peter Obi will not change Nigeria because Peter Obi has a plan. Peter Obi has a plan. Not everybody in his party has the same plan. No, not everybody in his Labour Party think like him. This is what most of you Nigerians don't get. Peter Obi as the person has a plan, a genuine, a good plan. He has a vision for Nigeria. What he himself, what he feels or how he feels Nigeria should move. The direction he sees Nigeria go. The Nigeria, the direction he sees or he thinks Nigeria should follow. He has that plan. Not everybody in Labour Party shares in his vision. Not everybody in Labour Party believe that bullshit. There are people in that Labour Party who are in that party for their pockets. So Peter Obi say he becomes Nigeria's president. Peter Obi is going to stay with Aso Rock, whether he likes it or not. He's gonna be in Aso Rock. He's not going to be running Lagos. He's not going to be running Anambra, where he's from. Some people will be running Anambra. He's not going to run Sokoto State. He's not going to run Katsina. He will be sitting in Aso Rock giving instructions and directives and orders. He will be sitting in Aso Rock signing papers. Papers where be say some other person has to carry out the instructions on those papers. So make we know this. Peter Obi has to become a dictator. Like Peter Obi has to change from the sweet talking man where we they listen to now, to something else in order for Nigeria to move forward, and most people will not like it. Take it from me. Peter Obi has to start to be like execute criminals, and most people will not like it. Because those criminals are people's fathers. Those criminals are people's uncles. Those criminals are people's husbands. Those people stealing money, those criminals those people who not allow make anything from work in that country are people's relatives. They've got families who loves them. They've got people whom they send abroad, whom they send to Canada, using illicit ill-gotten Nigerian money. So Peter will be coming to deal with such people. Most people from those people's villages will not like it. So when we come online and begin the abuse, the insult, the late Muhammadu Buhari, make we remember, and make we at least have the fear of God. Make we at least try and separate Muhammadu Buhari, the president, from Muhammadu Buhari, the man, the husband, the father, the uncle, the husband, the cousin, the son. May his soul rest in peace. May Allah forgive him of his shortcomings. I'm Henry Krackhouse, and God bless Nigeria.